I have all of my 2024 beauty favorites in front of me, so let's do a full face using the best products of 2024. My favorite brow glue this year was the pink honey one. I got it off of Beauty Bay. I just get it on a spoolie and then run it through the brows, kind of get it backwards, let it sit for 30 seconds, and I'm gonna brush them into place. I'm just getting them in the direction I want, kind of pushing upwards. Then going in with the Say Super Glowy Gel. This is in the shade Star Glow. It just has a beautiful sheen to it. And as somebody with dry skin, I love that extra bit of glow. I almost forgot to use my favorite under eye primer. This is the Vaseline Lip Therapy. There is nothing like it. Scott Barnes uses this technique, but he uses Aquaphor. I just cannot because I do get eczema, and sometimes the oils that are in Aquaphor can counteract with eczema, or like, they aren't friends. Now my foundation for today is going to be the Patrick Ta. It is just so luminous. Again, dry skin, so anything that's going to give me that extra bit of sheen on the face and just make me look nice and healthy. I also love the way that this sinks into the skin. It never pills on me either. To brighten up the features, we're going to use this Huda Beauty concealer. I use the shade Royal Icing. It's nice and brightening. These are the areas I tend to put it on my face, a little around my nose, a little on the chin, and then anywhere I want to really bring out and brighten. It can never be a favorites video if I'm not using the Anastasia contour stick in the shade Fawn. For my skin tone, this is the perfect bronzy contour shade. This also blends in like butter and it doesn't get patchy. I would love to know, because I'm just looking at myself in the mirror and I feel like there's a step in the process of your makeup where you just start to feel a little more glam, a little more sexy. And I feel like as soon as my foundation and bronzer go on, I'm feeling good. For our cream blush, I'm gonna use this shade called R & Peach. It's from Catrice and it is, surprise, surprise, one of my favorites. I love to put it on the back of my hand because it does tug a little bit if you put it directly on the face. Get it onto your sponge and then press it onto the cheeks. I'll make sure to link these sponges too because it is not a beauty blender. It is one of the Paw sponges from Amazon, and that was another amazing find of 2024 for me. Like most of us, Miss Megan Robinson taught us a lot. MAC Fix Plus, one of my best friends with my makeup. I usually use it 2 to 3 times, like in between certain steps. Now I like to set my lids, under eyes, and T-zone, and one of my more recent favorites in the second half of 2024, I discovered the Chanel loose powder also. It just looks super bougie and we love that. I use the shade 10, which is this like the universal quote unquote shade. It's like the light pale white shade. The reason I said quote unquote is because I have no idea if the shade would work on anyone with a deeper skin tone than mine, but I would love to know. I know that they have other shades as well. Would love to get a little bit of a lip plumper going, so my favorite was the Lip Injection Maximum Plump from Too Faced. My eyeshadow palette of choice is going to be the Too Faced the Natural Nudes palette. It's the Born This Way one. It is so freaking beautiful. This is my go-to, especially for weddings, because I feel like it has every color that you need in it, but of course you can use it for anything you want. I just have so many eyeshadows that I tend to gravitate towards some from certain occasions. I decided to use more of the rosy section, and I just love them because all of these shades blend together so well. These shimmers are nice and beautiful. This is just the rose gold shade. Since we're here, let's use one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes ever. This is the Desert Lights eyeshadow palette from Flower Beauty. Please get your hands on this if you haven't already. And specifically this shade tends to be the favorite that I wear all the time. It's like a shift between a gold and a pink, and it just makes every eyeshadow look stand out that much more. I ended up adding a white eyeliner from ColourPop in the waterline, and then that same lower lash line is like a dark rose color. I feel like getting bougie with my bronzer today, which is the YSL bronzer in the shade number 2. I also like to use it with this brush. This is the Nikki LaRose and BK Beauty N15. Such a gorgeous, soft blush and bronzer brush. Lots of words to use there. But I'm just gonna tap it in, tap off the excess, and then lightly press it onto the face. For blush, we're going in with the shade Cheer from Rare Beauty, and I'm gonna use that same brush. This is one of the blushes that has like a highlight mixed into it. So if you have texture, beware. I'm lucky enough that I don't have a ton of texture on my face. So giving a like mix of a highlight and blush is perfection for me. One more round of Fix Plus. Now for lips, my go-to combo is always the same. I just wiped off that Too Faced, so I have a little bit of redness there, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Starting off with Stone from MAC, I'm gonna add a little bit of definition to the top and bottom of my lip, just on the edges, overlining. It always looks a little crazy at first, but just trust the process. Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. I line the rest of my lip pretty much everywhere except the very center of my lip, so just draw all over. And taking number 32 from Sephora, it is a beautiful, just light cream concealer style lip, and I just tap it in the center here, Same thing top and bottom. And then I just pat it out with my finger. And the lip gloss of choice is Patrick Ta in She's Expensive. There's just something about this shade that feels so good on the lips. Just look at that. It isn't too thin, it isn't too thick. It feels good, it doesn't taste weird. Now there was absolutely no contest when it comes to mascara. This was my #1 of 2024, the Tartelette Tubing XL Mascara. It is a tubing mascara, so just so you can see, I'm gonna hold my mirror up close here. Do you see the magic happening on my lashes just off of the first coat? If you have not tried a tubing mascara in 2024, I dare you to try one in 2025. If you have problems with like flaking or smudging of your mascaras, this does not do that. I do want to add one more little something something, and I'm going to use Benefit Cookie Highlight. This is a gorgeous champagne, like slightly pinky highlight that I think is perfect for the inner corner. Just using this palette I have from back in the day. It is old, and this is the finished look. Let me know what you think. Also, please let me know what one of your favorite beauty products of 2024 was. I would love to know because I'm always on the hunt for more products, and I'll see you guys later.